everyone, welcome to another Daily Weekly. It's good to have you with me on this journey. Still don't really know what we're doing here. Well, we do. We're trying to go for Paris, but there's a lot of steps before that. So today I've got my sunscreen on, making sure that I've got like that zinc on to make sure I don't burn here, and also it helps me with like not having the reflection going into my eyes, which is quite nice. So yeah, today I thought I'd bring you along with one of my pool sessions and a bit of my gym, to see what you like. So yeah, I've started off actually in the gym with some little bit of conditioning. And then I went on to do a little bit of somersaulting and spinning around from the floor onto the crash mat like this. The reason we do that is because it's one way of practicing our takeoffs, so going from the floor onto the crash mat, and then that way we aren't constantly having the same impact hitting the water on the 10 meter all the time. So it's a great way to be able to practice that without being in the pool. So we do lots of that, and it's like a skill that we then progress up onto the platform. So this is a reverse somersault. And then this is a reverse 3.5. And then, so you can kind of see the similarities there where you have like the somersault and then the 3.5 and how they translate from dry land to the pool, because most of our training is done dry land. I do a lot of stuff in the gym, a lot of stuff in that dry land area on the floor, on the wall bars, the trampolines, the somersault blocks. So that's just something that we used to make those progressions. So yeah, so today I have a little bit of a 1 meter workout. But before I get in the pool, I always make sure I apply my sunscreen. And then I always make sure I have a little bit of a snack as well. Snacks are really important between training sessions to be able to stay topped up with fuel. So my snack of choice today was some rice crackers. There's some chocolate rice crackers, I absolutely love them. They give me the right amount of carb boost that I need, and then I have like a big protein hit after training. If I've done weights, I'll have another protein hit, but yeah, so for now that's kind of my pre-pool routine. Then I get in the pool and I've got some 1 meter dives. So yeah, here's my little 1 meter skill chain. It literally looks like the middle of the night, but I promise you it's not. I'm just in the car park and in my car, brum brum, about to set off. But yeah, it feels nice to be back in the pool. I know I probably keep saying this a lot, but it feels good to be back. It feels nice to be able to like get spinning around again and just starting to feel a little bit more comfortable with it. So I'm excited about what's to come. And as always, at the end of this video, I'm going to be answering a few of your questions from Patreon. So if you're on Patreon, you get to ask me a few questions each week, which is exciting. So yeah, I am going to have a look at them now and get to answering. We got like a random yellow, I say random, it's like a yellow Jeep. It's very LA, I guess. To answer some of those questions, first one I've got is from Edie Ryan, who has basically asked whether or not having been in, like having a good relationship with Matty had any impact on our success at the Olympics, or is it just down to things like size and weight and all that kind of stuff. And actually, I think there's two things to that. I think you have to have a similar technique, you have to be able to dive similarly and be able to do the same dives, but then also you have to have a good relationship, because without a good relationship it's really difficult to be able to say what you need to say, be able to have good communication skills. So for me, being able to have a great relationship with Matty and him being one of my best mates has been really, really positive with being able to gel like that. So yeah, I definitely think that played a huge role in our success. The next question is from Mary Beth Evans, who has asked what renovations we're doing on the house in LA. So Lance used to live in LA, and he kept his house when we were living in the UK, and so we moved back, and now we're getting into some renovations, which I'll hopefully do like some kind of tour or video soon as well with that. But basically, new floors, new kitchen, blowing out the back wall, and then new bathrooms, creating a bedroom for Phoenix out of Lance's old closet, creating like a Jack and Jill bathroom for Robbie and Phoenix to share. Basically lots of work. And the last question this week is from Aggie, who has asked what one of my favorite TV shows to knit and crochet to has been recently. Well, recently I've been watching The Diplomat, which I've kind of enjoyed. Kind of leaves it on a big cliffhanger though, and I'm always like, I want more with that. So I've been watching that. I also rewatched Homeland, because I love Homeland, recently, which I also loved. And then Aggie also asked, if I make a mistake in one of my rows, do I keep working and just wing it, or do I go back and fix it? I like to go back and fix it. So I sometimes unravel things. If I'm crocheting, I just go, and if I'm knitting, I've recently learned how to put like a safety line in, so I can like put my knitting needle all the way through to put something in, and then I can just pull it through, and it's not like having to knit backwards. So yeah, bit of a perfectionist in that way, if you hadn't have guessed by now. Anyway, right, thank you everyone for watching. Hope you enjoyed this week's video, and I'll be back again next week. So yeah, I will see you then. Don't forget to subscribe and all that jazz.